What's up, everyone? So today is October 10th, 1010. It's a 1010 portal. Okay, you could also, and then it's like, I just heard and 7. Okay, so 1010 and 7. So that's like 1010, 25, which breaks down to a 7. You could be seeing 717 or 117, even 007. Okay, I heard 717. I think I already said that. Okay, so potent energy. All right. That's what else I heard. Galactic energy. Okay. I'm gonna use some sage here. I already cleansed, but something's telling me to do it again. So divine masculine. Okay, divine masculine energy. And this is the divine masculine energy within the human race, okay, is what I'm hearing. It's falling into grace, is what I'm hearing. But this could have been after something quite traumatic. Something's given them or you, I'm going to say you, because we're talking about divine masculine energy within all of us, because we all have that divine feminine and divine masculine energy within us. It's bringing out a softer side, okay? A less, it's like the vision of our super egoic tendencies is what I heard, okay? Have been brought forth like to our attention. Okay, so this is the release of control, the release or real recognizing the stronghold. Okay, that's the word they're giving me. The stronghold that you've had on society. It's like it's like what, how you've made your mark on society. In relation to your world, okay? Presently. But as we heal what's ever happening within us now, it takes care of whatever's happened in the past, right? So therefore, giving way to healing of the future, okay? Whew, these are, it's like potent energy here. Yeah, see the new man, look. Enlightened masculine, potential new earth, shine your light, wise action, space for grace, Kuan Yin. Those are all the words that I use. I mean, okay, Kuan Yin, I didn't say Kuan Yin, but grace, divine masculine, okay, new earth, synchronicities, opportunities in divine timing, open to change, divine outcomes, okay? So there are things happening amongst us within your world, gravitating us towards our highest potential, okay? And this is as I'm hearing universal whole, okay? There's a lot of healing that is happening. It's like a renewed potential reality. It's like seeing things differently. Whatever you thought was doomed is not doomed. Okay. It's realizing there's another way. Okay. So maybe that stronghold has been like on like force, or having to do with like force, like forceful way of getting what you want. Okay. And whatever's happened recently, okay, has shifted. There's been a shift amongst enough of us to shift, to bring about like the awareness to others, more of an awareness of this shift to others. Okay, is what I'm hearing. All right. So synchronistic events is also what I'm hearing. So like for example, you could, and this happened actually to me yesterday. I'll give you two examples. I was at work. I was talking to my workmate that I was working, our section with, and we were talking about meeting people with our names, right? And his name isn't like a normal guy name, right? And then he was telling me about how he met this guy that had his name, and he was actually from his hometown, so, or where his family was from, something like that. And then I was like, yeah, I never used to, I've met like one or two Lisas in my lifetime, but since I started working here, so many of my tables, like when I'm going up to the table and I'm like welcoming them to my restaurant and whatever, introducing myself and all that kind of crap, and I'm saying my name, they're like, so many people have responded with, oh, that's easy. That'll be easy to remember. My name's Lisa. Or they say, that'll be easy to remember. Her name's Lisa, So, I mean, it's happened so many times. So then, I don't know, within like the next hour, I don't know, whenever the table started coming in, I go up to this table, and it's three women, and two of the three women are named Lisa. Like, and whatever we were talking about just happened. So synchronicities like that, that's a synchronicity. Okay. Yeah. So it's pretty wild, dude. So let me see one more. Okay, delayed outcomes. Okay, it's like whatever. It's like the triggers are being pulled from like delayed outcomes. It's like whatever has been held down or held back due to the lack of awareness or lack of clarity. There's freedom coming. Yeah, cloak of wisdom. You already know the answers you seek. Trust what you know. Yeah, it's like you've seen enough information to know how to proceed. Yeah, look, obstacles, like says Lord Ganesh, who's back there. Okay. Obstacles are being removed, spiritual support and connections are increasing. Exactly. And the Shekinah, sacred self, unleash your spirit, express your gifts, dance to the sacred rhythm of life. That's the other thing, running and dancing. So I don't know if like this is something that you've recently started, or maybe you're into running, but or there's a need to start running. Okay, this is also the recognition of like no longer running from your emotions or what needs to change, right? It's embracing the change. Okay, because the obstacles have been removed. Okay, if there's been like, yeah, I'm hearing sudden breakthroughs. Yeah, cloak of wisdom. Again, it says you already know the answer you seek. Trust what you know. Yeah, so maybe you've been doubting yourself. Okay, yeah, look, maybe you've been doubting your intuition. Maybe, okay, this says, Master Jesus, you are on the path of light, love, and forgiveness. Father, healing is possible at this time. Okay, so this could be, and again, the new man, right? So it's like even the forgiveness of your father, forgiveness of father figures. Okay, like I just heard, forgive me, Father, I have sinned. Maybe you're going to confession, or maybe there's like something to do with like the priesthood. Okay, the Pope. Like, yeah, I just heard like Prince go, I'd rather be the Pope. You know that song Pope that he sings, Joan of Arc. Okay, it says, voice of truth, stand strong, focus on your purpose, release the fear of persecution, and speak your truth. Yeah, guiding lights. Okay, the guiding lights are being seen, okay, and rising forward, right? It's no longer being afraid to Share what it is that you know. Share your knowledge, right? Share your experience, your strength, your hope, right? Like, this is why we go through these hard things, right? I mean, I started my channel, like, I thought it was 10 years ago, but I recently got something that said it's been 8 years, right? So 8 years that my channel has been going on, and I have like shared so much of my story within my tarot readings, right? Like, I have had this vision of like what I want and what I want to do, and because it's like coming from a place of being the underdog, and then the steps that I've taken to overcome that feeling, right? That feeling of like I can't, and even overcoming the not just the voices in within my head, but the naysayers like all around me, right? It's also there's so much that I've shared, and that I'll continue to share, because I know that if I can get to a place where I have enough inner strength to walk away, even like walk away with love in my heart instead of hate in my heart, after like everything that I've been through in my life, like anybody could do that. Like, it doesn't matter what we go through, right? It really doesn't matter what we go through. Everybody's pain or suffering is there to impact their growth, right? So there's something here about the connection between this divine masculine healing within all of us, right? This egoic. It's like, instead of hiding behind ego or trying to overcompensate due to like, it's like the secret's getting out of like whatever it is that's happened or gone down. It's not necessarily that you've done something, but maybe something very traumatic has happened to you that you've never wanted to talk about, and it's made you feel less than, right? It's like no longer feeling burdened by the shame, like understanding that whatever happened to you wasn't because you were bad, or like it happened because, due to the pain and suffering somebody else had, right? It due to their own insecurities and lack of love of self, right? So, this journey, what I've shared with you is my complete unfolding of like my spiritual growth. You guys have seen me broken down, and things are not how I want them. Like, even saying that makes me want to cry, because like, that saying, like, God doesn't bring you um through anything that he doesn't think that you can handle. Well, my God, like, definitely thinks I'm a fucking badass. It's exhausting at times, and embracing that role. But I was just reflecting here over the last couple of days, with everything that's going on right now in my life, uh because just because like you get like these different awarenesses of the things that need to change, and you develop a relationship with God, doesn't mean that like the shit doesn't still hit the fan, right? It's just what's changed for me is the way that I handle it, right? The way that I carry myself during those moments, and still finding that ability to feel grateful for where I'm at, and really love my life, and even though, like, I don't know what the hell God has up his sleeve right now, but I'm expecting a miracle. And one always seems to happen, so I'm just like going with the flow and trusting that he's yeah, because I feel like I'm juggling and I'm all over the place. And maybe some of you are like that too. It's like these just changes, right? And but it's like I'm still doing it, man. Like, I got my head, I'm not like breaking down, and when I feel like I need to cry, I just let myself cry, and then I just pick myself up and like carry on. I've been sometimes it takes just communicating what's happening and sharing, and it's not about like holding shame for whatever's going on, because that was a big one for me, so what the last couple of weeks for me, have been about, is about recognizing how much I've grown from the inside, and it's not really about that, like maybe my outside doesn't look so much different, but the way that I have responded with life, to life, and the things that have been happening to me have been like, it's monumental, right? And it's very, yeah, page of cactus. It's just, it's pretty wild, and yeah, 4 of Wands. So there's things happening now that definitely affect our stability and the outcome of where we're headed. Okay, the trajectory of time is what I just heard. And yeah, so anyway, yeah, I'm hearing, hey now, you're a rock star, get your game. Yeah, that song. So something about Shrek could be relevant. Yeah. Oh, okay. This is what just came to me. Like that that movie Shrek. Like she was a princess, right? And she fell in love with Shrek, who was what's he called? An ogre. And they wanted her to marry a prince, right? Somebody that would like fit more into wherever, she was from, right? Into the castle and royalty and all the customs and things like that. But yeah, so maybe you're really like left of center, okay? And that's probably why, you're here, because you are the underdog, right? And but I'm hearing it's the underdog era, okay? So yeah, flipping the script, okay? It's because stay true to who you are. Yeah, there could be some sort of man. It says a male friend enters your life, a male romantic interest, a man will assist you, a man plays a role. So either you are this man, or also this is like the divine masculine energy, right? It's like as you your ego crashes, because I read in a book one time that, or I learned from it, that it's our egos want us dead, right? So anytime something happens to me where my ego, where I get kind of like kicked off the high horse that I might think I'm on or whatever, anywhere in time in my life that's happened, I take these like ego falls as a lesson, because what I've learned is that our egos are out to kill us, right? And I made a message not too long ago about, let yourself be human, right? Talking about this because, people are out there dying, trying to live up to others' expectations. And we don't have to do that. And I feel like that's what's fading is the awareness that it takes a stronger man or human, let's just say human, to be real and raw than it does to be like carrying on a facade. It's the recognition that, yeah, your words are powerful. Like, do your words match your feet? You know, and it's not about living up to the expectations of others. It's about being true to you, living up to who you are, um, holding your own self accountable for the way that you show up in life and the way that you do life and how you carry yourself, your name and your word. That's what my Maureen used to say. She'd say, all you got's your name and your word, Lisa. What do you want people to think of when they hear your name or you give them your word? And it's a it's it's a continuing process to really um, be to be who I say I am, or who I want to be. That's more importantly. It's like being showing up as who I am, because it is who I am, and because that's what feels good to me. And it's not about like, if I'm not doing what everybody else is doing, it's not meaning like what everybody else is doing is not right. Okay. I don't believe in right or wrong or good or bad, right? It's just like, it's all one thing, right? It's all just really perspective and how we think. I have to do what feels good within me, within my skin, just like you have to feel good about whatever it is you're saying and doing, right? And we need like all different types of people. So it's like, don't try not to anyway show up as anybody other than yourself, because that's what you were born to do, was be yourself. So this says leadership. High influence in business, stepping into a leadership role, your value and self-worth, using logic over emotions. And that's what this is teaching. Whatever's collapsed or whatever's like breaking down for you, or whatever awareness you're suddenly having or piece by piece putting together, it's that recognition that you are someone to be valued. You do know your self-worth, right? And so it's about like not settling because everybody else says settling over here is cool, when you feel like completely out of place over there, right? So it's like not sacrificing to appease other people's comforts, right? It's venturing out and being and feeling good within, even if that means that you're walking alone. But you're never really alone. Why? Because God's always with you. And so look, home is where the heart is. Security, comfort, tribe, moving, environment. So I feel like you are headed towards, or feeling like more comfortable in your skin, or where you belong. Some people may be moving, like a movie. I just heard it was just like a movie. It says fairy tale fantasy, too good to be true. Maybe your life is going to start feeling too good to be true, or maybe other people find you too good to be true. But I feel like it's just like a movie. I feel like wherever you're headed, I just heard big time. Okay. All right. And this is because of the way that you've chosen to forgive, right? It's not about retaliation. It's about forgiveness. It's allowing that forgiveness to give you the freedom to open your heart, right? And instead of holding on to the resentment and retaliating, it's like recognizing or having the awareness that, man, I could just let this go. It's like, this has nothing, whatever you feel wronged by, or however you feel wronged, understanding the nature of whatever's happened, that it really had nothing to do with you. Okay. And not taking it personal. And this is just like opening up a whole new path, and a whole new pathway for you. All right. So there you have it, guys. I love you. I am going to be doing a reading here in a little bit, and I'm not sure which one I'm going to be doing, but I know that I'm going to be doing another reading. So look for that sometime today. All right. Love you. Bye.